Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, we're going to be doing chapter 18, verse 59, and this is also a continuation of the last two verses. I mean, it flows in perfectly in the last two verses. So let's call out to Bhagwan Shri Krishna and then dive in and understand what it is. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Bhagwan Shri Krishna, please help us understand this verse and all the verses, and please help us come closer to you. Please help us by giving us Krishna prem. Please help us remove all of our anarthas. Please help us forcibly remove all of our anarthas because they are not helping us. Please help us. Please be Chitta Hari and please remove all of these conditionings that we have, all of these. I'm going to use Sachinandan Maharaj's phrase. Rust of impressions and desires hardened over lifetimes. Please help us remove it because we have absolutely no way to remove it. We cannot. It's impossible. It is so strong. This Maya's shackles are so strong that it is not possible for us to remove them. So please remove them for us. You are the only one who can remove them for us. Please remove them. And please guide us and please help us. And please help us understand. Okay, so let's sing the verse. यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य न योच्य इति मन्यसे मिथ्यैष व्यवसायस्ते प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति. Okay. So the first two verses ago, he said, be conscious of me, act under my direction, act under my protection. Then the previous verse he said, if you do that, if you're conscious of me, then all of your obstacles will be removed. If you don't do that, you will be lost or destroyed. Vinakshanti. So Vinash, I'm thinking is perish is what Swami Mukundanand translated it as, and lost is what Prabhupada translated it as. But basically, you will still be bound by Maya's illusions, is what I I understood of it. Now he's saying that if you do not act according, so he's continuing the second part of his previous verse. If you do act, obstacles will be removed. If you don't, you will be lost. So if you do not act, but now he's making it very clear. He's talking to Arjun specifically now, not to the whole world. He's saying if you do not act and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you have to be engaged in warfare. Your nature is to fight. This is your nature. So you will fight anyways, even if you don't listen to me. I think that's what Swami Mukundanand translated. Here, I'm not sure. I'm not fully clear about what he's meaning. But if you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, you'll be falsely directed. Basically, I like his commentary here a lot. He's saying that Arjun is a Kshatriya, that's his natural duty, but due to his ego, he was fearing that he will be killing his teacher, grandfather, friends, and all that, and he'll be incurring sinful reactions. But what was actually happening is Krishna is directly telling him, you should fight. But he was saying, no, I don't want to fight. So he was acting according to his own ego. He was thinking that he knows better than Krishna. Like in that moment, he was saying these are the reasons I should not fight, and I can't because I know better. But Krishna is directly asking him to fight. So basically, he can just simply say, okay, whatever you ask, right? You know best. What do I know? So this is what happens with our ego. He forgot that God was present instructing him to fight. So he was considering himself master of his actions as if he was directing the good and bad results of such work. He's not directing the good results and bad results, right? Krishna Bhagwan is giving the karma. So if he gives everything to Krishna, then Krishna takes away all the karma and he doesn't have to incur sinful reactions. Like he says in chapter 1 that I'll incur sin because these are my puja people, my people I should be worshipping, my teacher, my grandfather, I should be worshipping them. Instead, I'm going to be killing them. That's like, or trying to kill them, and I'll incur sinful reactions. But Krishna Bhagwan said in the entire Gita afterwards, you will not incur any sinful reactions if you're following what he asks you to do, right? If you give up all the results of your work to Krishna and you do your work and you give up all the results, you will not incur sinful reactions. So he himself is not directing the good and bad results, Krishna is. So he had forgotten that. So the Supreme Personality gives directions as to what is good and what is bad, and we simply have to act according to that, according to Krishna, to attain perfection of life. We cannot ascertain destiny as God can, and best course of action is to take direction from God. Nobody should neglect the order of God, and nobody or spiritual master who is the representative of God. We should act unhesitatingly, and that will keep us safe under all circumstances. And yeah, here he said basically the nature is, even if you don't do it yourself, even if you don't do it under my guidance, you will still fight because that's your nature. I think I prefer, this is making a little more sense to me, although I'm not fully sure I understand the translation anyways. Okay, so that's it for this verse. We will do chapter 18 verse 60 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with lots and lots and lots of spiritual growth and bhakti. Wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.